Cannabis spray packs. If that term is new to you, then listen carefully. Today we will discuss what spray packs are, how to tell if your weed has been sprayed, and the potential harm of using this product.
Nobody really knows what the chemicals are that go into this flower, okay? So there's no telling what smoking this stuff could do to you. Could you get cancer? Potentially. Could you get a lung infection? Potentially. There's no telling because nobody actually knows what the artificial terpenes are, what chemicals they're putting in. All we do know is that it is absolutely not natural and there's zero research and testing behind it. So nobody really knows what this is going to look like 10 years down the line if you're smoking spray every day.
Today on the podcast, where it's always 420, I have two Virginia licensed hemp farmers here to discuss spray packs. Disclaimer, I will not age restrict this video because I believe it could possibly help someone under 18. We shouldn't have to restrict this information from young people. Thank you. Spray packs refer to cannabis flowers that have been treated with terpene sprays to enhance or modify their aroma and flavor profiles. This practice involves applying concentrated terpenes directly onto the buds. So today we have Ronnie and Justin. What do y'all think, man?
Wow.
I mean, y'all been researching this for a couple of days. We've been looking at this for a couple of days, right?
Yeah. It's unbelievable. You know, I've always heard people say, oh, you don't know what's in the weed, you don't know what's in the herb, you don't know what's in it. And I always thought what they was grown with. You know, I thought, they were pouring, and, we're growing. You don't need nothing bad to grow weed.
It's what's on it. Yeah,
now
it's what's on it.
And then you come and find out that it's after it's dried and processed, and then it's added. You know, I mean, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's the worst thing I've heard about a product in a long time.
You know, I guess I was always, how do they have runts? How do they have marshmallow stuff? How are they growing that?
Yeah. Where'd that from? You know, I mean,
where'd that come from?
Yeah, nothing
every
in
day
the wild
is a different
smells
strain.
like
Every day it's something different.
Because as a grower, you're thinking that there's one way or the other they're incorporating this into the grow, right?
Right. That's what I'm thinking the whole time.
But instead, they're taking the terpenes out.
They're not even doing it at the grow. It's sent off somewhere else and being done. You know,
right. Well,
you don't even know if your weed is going to be sprayed if you sell it to somebody. You know, wholesaler.
Right.
You know?
That's a good point as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point as well.
So, I mean, once your hand leaves your hand, you have no control over that. You know, if you sell it to a wholesaler who's selling it to a distributor or whatever, I mean, it could be getting on our stuff. You know, I mean, and I don't want that.
All right, so let's show everybody how they spray it. This is what they do when they spray it, right?
Yeah, and when these guys are spraying it, they're just spraying
unevenly.
They're going in their kitchen, putting it on a pan and spraying it. So
well, I mean, on the small scale, but industrial size, they're doing it.
It could be a tarp. It could be a 20 by 20 tarp, right? With pounds and pounds on it, right?
Hopefully, in the industrial size, they're going to do it right. But there's no really right about this. It's all wrong.
No.
Follow these simple instructions to infuse your product with Terps USA. Spray terpenes and bring new life to your product. Evenly spread your product across a flat surface. A plate big enough to fit your product or a clean table can be an excellent surface to use. Spray the Terps USA terpene spray onto your product. The goal is to evenly coat the top of your product without spraying too much in one area. After the first spray, turn product over and repeat the procedure. Having the same size plates or trays to mesh together and flip the product over can simplify this process. When finished spraying, place your product in an airtight container. Store your product in the airtight container for about 24 hours while the terpenes are infused into your product. We recommend keeping finished product in airtight containers whenever
that
possible.
Cancer smells so good.
It does, doesn't it? Oh my God!
I just can't wait to smoke this marshmallow stuff.
Smoke it, yeah. Smoke a marshmallow if you want to taste a marshmallow.
So it's like another thing too is I think a lot of it is the consumer base, right? So we're kind of more old school. We like old flower. We've been growing or having, that way.
But the new age coming up is definitely knows about the bad products in our food and everything we do.
Right. It's a choice.
So I mean, it's hell to go to the gym and eat healthy and stay away from MSG and then hit your bowl and then all that's out the window. Because they're right back in you. They try to get into us with the cigarettes. They try to get into us with the food. Now they're going to try to get into us with the marijuana. It's terrible.
Which kind of brings us.
It's good. It's tasty. It's palatability.
Yeah,
it's attracting those people.
The packaging is so pretty.
Pretty packaging. It's tracking all.
So you're talking about the food industry. So that was some information that we found out here too, right? Let's get to this graphic right here, this little clip here where we talk about.
So what happened really in the 80s is big tobacco was starting to kind of come down from their peak of popularity and success and money being made and all that. because people were starting to catch on, hey, cigarettes are actually really bad for you.
Yeah.
And so what happened was big tobacco wanted to diversify. And so 2 out of the 3 biggest food manufacturers in America at the time were purchased by different big tobacco companies.
Big tobacco took the billions of profits they made from generations of addicted smokers and invested in something more family friendly. Something that could have a big effect on our future. Something that we
I
consume
love him.
every
I can
day.
listen to him all night. Take a nap.
The food we eat. In 1985, tobacco giant R.J. Reynolds bought Nabisco Foods. Tobacco pioneer Philip Morris bought General Foods, and 3 years later, Kraft Foods, making them the largest food producer in North America. And leaving the business of food in the capable hands of the same corporations who helped addict us to tobacco.
You already know where that's going.
Using the same tactics they used to promote tobacco, food companies set about peddling the entire planet a diet of processed goods, loaded with chemicals and additives, masquerading as food.
Real food.
This new machine operates with specific targets in mind, like addicting consumers without them knowing it.
So addicting consumers, right? That's what they're going to do. That's what all that's about.
Through palatability and taste and yumminess.
Yeah, I mean,
Doesn't matter how bad it is. It freaking tastes phenomenal. We're gonna buy it, and us Americans, that's what we
them
do.
chips are so good.
Okay, so this is where my objection comes into a lot of that too, is because people say that right there. It smells better, it tastes better. That's the research that it tells you, is that it smells and tastes better. So what is that weed to me that smells like cat piss? Is that the same thing? Is that the horrible tasting, smelly stuff that I will literally throw away before I will smoke? Is that the same stuff?
I think that's weed that
what testing
cat
has been
pissed on,
done?
but
I mean, the cat piss is a good smell sometimes.
depends.
You know,
So that ammonia smell is good,
no, not. But
right? So
Depends
it
on the
just-
strain, but
to me it
That
doesn't
weed
smell
smells like
natural.
that sometimes.
It's like Kiwan's breath, for example. That's fucking ammonia, right? That stuff's horrible. People are like,
Right,
what?
right.
And that sometimes the weed smells that way to me, and it tastes that way to me. That's how I relate.
and that could be dry, and that could be terps that were put on that have dried out
Okay.
or changed. You
Right.
know,
Okay.
I mean, what's the shelf life of something you spray on
and
a
some
product?
terps mixed with some horrible weed to begin with.
Well,
make it
yeah,
taste
they're
like
they're
that.
taking
They're taking like
shit.
that
They're
for-
taking shit weed and they're making it high quality weed.
or making it smell like it.
right
smell like
because
it.
that's
They're
kind
not
of the
changing
point.
it.
It's
It all
trying to
looks
make
the
it smell
same.
like it.
It all smells different. It all looks the same, but it all smells
Yeah,
different.
80% of people could choose a bag by never even looking at it, by just opening it
Yes.
and smelling it, smelling it, and they would pick the one their nose picked.
Or the flashy new, the candy, the yes, Fruit Loops smell good, trigger that childhood memory of taste and smell. That's got it. That's what these scientists did that created the addiction for the cigarettes. They didn't move that to the food. Same thing. Yes.
I mean, them scientists
Right,
are working on.
because this right here is not regular tobacco. It has over 1,000 additives to it that are bad
and,
for you.
and this here has rice paper and cannabis.
And flour,
Two ingredients.
period.
Two ingredients. The rice paper,
Over 1,000.
over 1,000. Same
Kills
pack.
people, doesn't kill people.
Right. Nobody's ever died from this.
But
Millions of people have died from that.
nobody's gonna go smoke a regular old tobacco cigarette. It tastes like crap.
Not-
Because it's
not
hard.
today.
It's going to
Not
burn.
today.
They're burning
That's
their
the-
throat.
That's the
made
same
this, all
person
these
that doesn't
additives.
want a freshly cut hamburger from a cow. They'll go to McDonald's or Burger King first,
tastes
too,
so
though,
good.
right? So that person is choosing this over something else. Is that kind of where this goes?
Because it
choosing
tastes good.
They,
It's palatable.
They don't have
it's-
a. They don't
it's-
have a choice. They've got to have it.
Right.
They're addicted to it. You know, me and you just quit smoking.
Right.
You know, I quit 3 months
And
ago.
I
He's
still
quit
I want to smoke that one right now.
right now, and you're struggling with it. And,
Yeah,
you,
for sure.
You fought addiction your whole life and beat it. You know, look at now. You know, you're still
30-year
vaping a little
addiction,
bit, and
man.
You're still fucking taking some thin packs and stuff to get through it. You know, I mean, that's an addiction. You know, I mean, that's a hard addiction.
Facts.
That's worse than heroin.
And
You
the
know, I
same
mean,
thing, yeah, it's tough. And then these right here, right there, you know, it doesn't have none of that stuff in it, but it's illegal, and that's sold on every single corner.
Yep.
I mean, this isn't necessarily illegal. Let me retract that statement because it's not illegal.
Yeah.
But it's not as legal as we would like to see it. Correct?
Well, we.
It's still vilified.
Let me go back on that addiction you're saying. listen to this helps me. I'm trying to put down the vape. So you do see I'm doing something near these ends. Yeah, it's kind of trading one for the other. But I haven't had smoking vape in 4 days just because this is working. Because in that vape, same stuff we're talking about on this weed. You're smoking it.
Oh yeah.
Unless it's pure, unless it's oxygen. It's unhealthy for your lungs.
So again, back to the thing about me not liking it. I don't like it. People do like it though. You don't like it. You don't like it. We don't want it. People do like it.
And dealers and stores like it too because the customers like it. You know, I mean, if this sells and this doesn't, you know, this is all natural and this is totally unnatural. But this one smells good and tastes good, and they like this, and then they're going to get addicted to it. So I mean, it's a
It makes sense, and I have a real life example in my home that after listening to this documentary, it makes sense. My stepdaughter, she doesn't want my weed. She doesn't want my naturally grown weed. It doesn't do it. But I saw what was in her car. It runs, pretty packaging, smells great, tastes like Fruit Loops. No wonder. Now I know.
yeah.
So now I need to educate her on what she's probably actually smoking.
Right, well, the packaging is developed to go to that
Right.
that market, right?
Yeah.
To make it pretty. Also, the smells and scents are I can't smoke this because I'm a real estate agent at work, and I can't go out back.
That's why we go to the vapes with the flowery
exactly,
smells, the hide it,
which
the
every
mimic it,
one
that
of them have all that, right? They have to have that.
PG, PB, all those.
So let's
bad
say, for
things.
example, the RSO oil that we've put into vapes before, okay, is that harmful without the additives?
No. There's nothing added to it.
Right,
It's
'cause
straight-
all it
it's-
is-
it's
anything
like
in
if
your
you cook
lungs,
this-
anything in your lungs is harmful. But yes, it's not as harmful because you don't have those cutting agents in there. The cutting agents is what
the liquefiers and
the liquefiers. When you heat those up, they turn into. They're not bad like this, but you mix them together and you light them up. They turn into benzene. They turn into known cancer-causing agents.
So that's the distillates or synthetic cannabinoids.
You know, terpenes are not made for smoking. They're made for smelling.
Flavor.
People are taking
Right, smell and
so-
flavor, right?
So it's just like-
candle flavoring and putting on weed.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. It's not made to smoke. I mean, you know, wouldn't smoke your cologne, right? You wouldn't smoke your deodorant, right? You know,
Right.
So that's the deal. You know, this right here is dab magic.
But I guarantee
I don't know what's in this because you know why? There's no label on here that says what's in it. You know that is you add this to wax and you can put it in your pen and smoke it. This is not made to smoke. These terpenes are not made to. These are all terpenes. They are not made to smoke. You know, smell them. They're anything that smells like strawberries doesn't taste like strawberries when it's burning.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, you say I'm not going to smoke cologne, but I guarantee you, if I package a Calvin Klein weed brand and fucking make it smell like Calvin Klein, somebody's going to buy it and smoke it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so here's a couple of the
ridiculous.
Here's the health risks of smoking. It says respiratory irritation from oxidized terpenes. Terpenes, while naturally occurring in cannabis, can react with indoor oxidants like ozone to form highly oxidized species. These compounds are suspected to cause respiratory tract irritation and airflow limitation. Which brings us to what we talked about too with, what was it called again? Give me 2 seconds. EVALI outbreak in 2019. That was 2,800 hospitalizations and 68 confirmed deaths. So there was no testing there till they found out that this vitamin E was basically killing
They found
people,
out that
right?
9 of them people in the hospital were.
Because it was not meant to be smoked, what they were smoking.
Yep.
A bunch
And
of
then
illegal
the- and
carts
then-
came out with that in there.
And what is the long-term effects of
Well, we
this
don't
stuff?
know. We're all guinea pigs. We're still doing it like these
They're guinea
vapes.
pigging
We're
us
all
right
still
now.
doing it.
Okay.
Okay, so now how to find it.
Yeah.
What does it look like? What does it smell like? How do you know if your weed's natural or if it's not? They say it's an overwhelming artificial smell. It'll be sticky, glossy, or oily texture. It's not like that sticky tricone stick, man. It's a different sticky.
I can see it just like that because I know what.
Uneven color or shine because it feels like it's degrading the outer bud, doesn't it, when you look at it?
Yep. And you break it open, it's a different color inside than it is outside, you know, because of what they sprayed on it.
And then there can be a harsh taste or a chemical taste when smoked. Sometimes it'll burn or sizzle.
Yeah, burns black, you know, like
Yep.
yeah, I've always heard that, you know, and you know, I always thought that was how it was grown. Also, like if it like that's why we take all the nutrients away for the last couple of days and feed them just water. And I always thought that was why weed would burn black and not burn gray. is
Or what,
because
yeah.
because somebody didn't do that in the grow. I never even thought
I
to
thought-
think
I
that
thought
it was
that too.
it was the spray after the fact that it's making
Right.
it burn like that.
And then a lot of times that spray will harden it and make it really hard or dense buds. And then they say it's an unusual high or some type of side effect that you're not used to.
Yeah. I mean, they're not just spraying it with flavors; they're spraying it with cannabinoids that are hallucinogenic, right? Or
That help the effects.
help
yes.
help the
Right.
effect.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
They're taking poop
Intensify
weed.
it.
They're taking poop, light death or outdoor, or something that didn't mature all the way or whatever, and it's spraying something on it to get you high because it won't get you high. So.
Or they're doing, like they said, monocropping. You're growing one strain. You're growing one thing. Then you're treating it to smell like 500 other strains. So then that's going to take out what we're doing.
Yeah.
Growing,
we've
growing
got
real
40
stuff
strains going.
that grow. I grow real. I have a CBD auto. It's tastes and looks and smells just like apricots.
Yeah.
Nothing added. That's what we need.
Yeah.
And that's what the
is
real-
true
the-
apricot flavoring. I mean that's what it
True,
smells like.
yes. And those are the strains we're trying to find. But if they go to monocropping and nothing, then
Yeah, just
It's-
grow the
it's-
one
it's
weed
gonna-
that gets big buds and big weight, and then don't care what it smells like or looks like.
And basically, what y'all are talking about right there is imagine going into a restaurant and having the same thing everywhere. The only thing that changed it was a sauce.
Yeah. Here it's all.
It's all the same exact thing, but here's a sauce that'll change the flavor.
There's
That's
a chicken breast. You pour this on, they make it taste like a steak. There's a chicken breast. You can pour this on, makes it taste like Alfredo. Back all the way
that's
down.
basically
through the
how to
line.
compare it, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought this was something we wanted to get out there, man, because I see a lot of people that actually prefer this. I see them, like it, and I mean, it is like it is. If you like McDonald's and Burger King over a good fresh cut beef, then that's your choice. Same thing here. But I figured bringing the information, and we learned a lot over the last couple
three.
days
I mean,
too,
we
right?
learned stuff that I wasn't even
it's
aware
the young
of.
it's
Right.
the young generation that we need to watch out for. It's the new packaging and stuff they're going to create the market for us for the weed, but they're creating it in a wrong way. We need to educate those young people that and those fancy packaging and stuff. That what are you getting there?
And since I've talked to a couple of people about this too, I have couple of people that have been like, I was getting mine here, then I was getting mine here, and I could tell a difference in what I'm ingesting into my body.
Well, I'm sure. We've seen some poop come around. We've seen some poop. I mean, some stuff I wouldn't. I mean, I don't smoke other people's product anyways, and I wouldn't. The stuff that he brought that one time was. I mean, and it was so bad that if they had sprayed it with foot funk to make it smell like that is one thing. But they sprayed it with something else, and then a year went by, and then it smelled like foot funk.
It's really bad. So like some of that stuff you're getting might be 5-6 years old.
Yeah.
Because I know
freshen it back up.
But
I know
now
a
it's
guy-
brand new weed.
Well, I know a guy in Michigan right now that says there's barns full up there. He said
Of
there's
course.
so much indoor and outdoor weed they cannot get rid of it. It's in barns by the ton.
This
And
is how
that's
they're
what they'll
going to get
pull
rid
out.
of
They'll
it.
sell that crap for $200 or $300 a pound, and then they'll
spray
terp
it.
it down, and then there
And
you
the
go.
dispensers will get 6,000 a pound out of that shit.
They'll
It's
wholesale
absolutely
to somebody that then will apply all that and then put it in the market. Yep.
Just something to hold the spray. That's all
So
it
yeah,
is.
man.
So watch what you're smoking. Watch what you're buying. Shop local.
Yep, and thanks for
Yeah,
hanging out, man. We
educate,
appreciate
educate.
y'all hanging out to the channel. We like bringing this information. Tell us what y'all think about this video. Drop a comment. Share this to people that you know that smoke, man.
Yeah,
If this
share,
can
share,
help
share.
somebody
That's
to
how-
understand.
The only way we can get this word out is if you all share.
And it's amazing how many people have no freaking clue what we were talking about when
If
we bring
me
this
and
up.
him and him didn't, 80% of the people out there in the world don't either.
Facts.
And I mean, or more.
Spread it, share, like, share.
Yep.
Happy growing.
See y'all.